Shrek is undeniably one of the most iconic animated characters ever, and in this video, we're gonna explore why he's so special and memorable. First off, Shrek is the ultimate unlikely hero, and his story completely turns the typical fairy tale on its head. Unlike the usual charming prince or handsome knight in shining armor, Shrek is the exact opposite. He's a grumpy, solitary ogre who lives in a swamp, keeping to himself. He's feared by most people, and society doesn't exactly roll out the red carpet for him. That's what makes him so interesting and unique. He isn't the kind of character we expect to see in a fairy tale. At first, he is perfectly content with his life alone, away from the world, scaring off anyone who dares to come too close to his swamp. He kind of relishes being an outsider, but the more we get to know him, the more we see that underneath his tough exterior, he's a much more complex character. He's got layers, pun intended, and, surprisingly, a big heart. The second reason Shrek stands out is because he's a symbol of self-acceptance. One of the biggest themes in his story is learning to accept yourself, flaws and all. Shrek spends a lot of time struggling with his identity as an ogre. He's been labeled a monster by society simply because of how he looks, and for a long time, he believes that means he's unworthy of love and happiness.
People take one look at me and go, "Ah, help, run! A big, stupid, ugly ogre." They judge me before they even know me. That's why I'm better off alone.
But as deep as that is, his journey isn't just about feeling bad for himself. It's about learning that he doesn't have to change to fit into society's idea of what's good. His relationship with Fiona plays a huge part in his transformation. Both of them share the pain of struggling with who they are, and through their connection, Shrek learns that being different is okay. Fiona shows him that love isn't about fitting a certain mold. It's about accepting each other for who they truly are. Their love story teaches us that true beauty comes from within, and embracing your true self is the key to happiness. The third reason he stands out as an iconic character is because he strikes the perfect balance between humor and heart.
The shy kind of place is this?
Well, my stomach aches and my palms just got sweaty. Must be a high school.
Shrek's sarcasm, deadpan delivery, and even his occasional gross-out jokes are still hilarious today. He's not afraid to make us laugh, and his comedic timing is spot on. But what really makes him stand out is that the humor isn't just for laughs, it's also tied to a deeper, more emotional side of him. Take for example, his argument with Donkey in the first movie, or his fear of losing Fiona in the second movie. He's scared, vulnerable, and real. These moments show us that Shrek isn't just some grumpy funny character. He's someone with hopes, dreams, and fears just like the rest of us. The combination of his humor and emotional depth is what makes him such a well-rounded, lovable character. The fourth reason he is such an iconic figure is because his popularity has endured in pop culture for years. Shrek is everywhere. He's become a meme sensation, a merchandise powerhouse, and even starred in video games and a Broadway musical. His influence stretches far beyond the original movies, and let's not forget his unforgettable relationship with Donkey. Their friendship is one of the main reasons Shrek remains such a beloved character. Donkey's loyalty and his cheerful, talkative nature perfectly complement Shrek's grumpy, no-nonsense attitude. Together, they create one of the most iconic duos in animated history. Their dynamic gives us a mix of hilarious moments and genuine heartfelt interactions, showing that even the grumpiest ones need someone to rely on. I've always been a huge fan of the Shrek franchise, and honestly, I think it's a total masterpiece. If I had to pick a favorite, it would definitely be Shrek 2. I think it's the perfect sequel. It really has everything you want in a follow-up: the right balance of humor, heart, and expanding on the original story in a way that feels fresh but still true to the first movie. It's hard to imagine a better sequel. But of course, the reasons I've shared about why Shrek is such an iconic character could vary depending on who you ask. People appreciate different things about him, and that's what makes him such a universally loved character.